how to make a drawing, but I don't know what the fuck to make. I want to make a drawing, a piece. I want to make a beautiful sketch, but I don't know what the fuck to make. Well, I don't know yet what we're gonna draw, but you guys do, because you're watching the video. So if anything, you guys are just a little bit smarter than me, and I give kudos. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Carter Sandvin, and this is the channel for Sandbox Illustration. Today, I am itching at my own being, my own mortal flesh, to just make a sketch, but I don't know what to make. The problem is, a lot of them that would be cool to make, I'm saving for other videos. There are specifically 3 drawings in my list of sketch prompts that I want to save for their own specific video because they have topics connected to them. I'm going to make a Bully fan art, I'm going to make a Nathan Drake evolution from Uncharted, and then I'm going to do a God of War sketch of Kratos and Atreus. But those ones I want to save for 3 reasons. They each have their own reasons. Bully, I want to save that one because I want to finish the video game first. I've gotten like halfway into it in the past, but I've never fully finished Bully. And I want to do actually a review of the game as I'm making my speed art. I think that'd be a really fun twist to my Let's Draws, is mixing in different content with them. And same with the other ones, you know, God of War. I want to wait until God of War Ragnarok comes out, and I want to give a review of that game once I finish it. I could review the first one, but it's been out for 4 years. You guys get the gist of how the game goes, most likely. There's nothing that I would really add to the conversation when it comes to discussing the first God of War. And the Nathan Drake evolution, I want to give a review of the movie that's coming out. I believe it's this month. I want to watch that movie first before I make the Nathan Drake evolution, because as I'm drawing that, I'm going to do a voiceover of my review of the movie. That one's going to be interesting. I'll just wait to discuss it when we actually get to that video. And the other ones, they're good, but I just don't really want to make any of them right now. You know? I don't know what it is. Like, I want to have some substance behind this video. Which, I mean, all of these are going to be their own videos. Like, it doesn't really matter which one I make right now. But, like, I'm in a mood right now that I want to make a drawing that's, like, got something behind it, has some context, some history. Let's just go through the list. Greek mythology crew, that one I could do, but that's probably going to have to be 2 videos, because it's the same thing. It's actually going to go exactly like Arch did, you know? I'm going to have to create completely original characters with as much creativity as possible. And there actually is some story behind that one. The problem is it's just going to take a long time. But I don't know if that'll be an issue if it does take a long time. We'll consider that one. That one's on the list. Alright, Greek mythology crew. Just for context behind that, if you guys don't know what I mean by that, back a while I started like my own little, I hate to use the word, but fan fiction of Greek mythology. Like, it was a retelling of Greek mythology, but instead of essentially gods versus titans, which that was like one of the main focuses of Greek mythology was gods versus titans, I made it teenagers versus adults. I know, very cliched, but I came up with some cool characters for it, and I think it'd be a fun drawing to make. It could go really well too in terms of unique qualities and creativity. Aces is actually it's the sketch that's up right here. It was just a drawing that I was going to make of me, Adam, and Haley all on a hike, basically. And I was going to do us again like badass characters, but I'm not interested in that really anymore. After I made Arch, I don't have that itch anymore to make badass characters out of people, so I don't really want to make it like that. But with this one, I think it would be cool to kind of have, you know, a character hanging up on a ledge and reaching down to help someone else up, and then you get one of them with a rope or something like that. I thought that would be kind of cool. That would be pretty fun. That one's not bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Artman 239 is Here remake. I actually considered that one for today. That is the first ever drawing that I ever made on YouTube, going back to my Zeke channel when it was Artman 239. So back in like 2014, I think. Skwadd remake. So I made this drawing back in 2016, and it's kind of garbage. I tried to apply things like anatomy and perspective. I tried to, but it didn't work so well. And so I would like to remake that one and really play with those characters. And it's actually me back when I was 15 years old. And that would be a fun drawing to make. I think I'm gonna do that one actually. Greek mythology crew, That one's probably gonna have to be 2 videos, along with the planets humanized. You guys saw a little glimpse of that one in my previous video, looking over my sketchbook. This sketch right here is my planning sketch for the planet Mercury as a character, and then the next one is actually Venus. These ones are, if you've seen those challenges, or not challenges, but like trends of art across social media, people have made humanized variants of previously iterated non-human things. So some people have done animals, some people have done food, things like that. I wanted to do the planets because I hadn't seen anybody do that, and I thought that'd be a really cool thing to play off of, like play with the physical features of a planet and the science behind those planets to apply to a person. I think I know which one I'm gonna do. You know, we've got our blank pages here, of course, beautiful blank sheets of paper. And yeah, we are gonna do the Skwadd remake. For this video, I'm not gonna make a break discussing my thought process behind why I chose my sketches, because I am just doing a remake, and I just want to remake that with my newer style to really make it feel 3D, like there are people actually sitting there in that waiting room. It's just such a simple drawing, but it's got such personality to it. I think it would be very fun to play with. So in this, you're gonna see, for one, you're gonna see a younger me, which will be quite fun, but you're gonna see a lot of character in the people that are in the drawings. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've got my Cheap Man's backdrop back up there. These are some soundproof curtains I bought a while back, and they're now currently hanging on my clothes rack and ceiling fan. But yeah, I thought I would try and clean up the background of my videos. I love this side. I love that you can see my bookshelf. You got Mr. B, my inflatable banana. You got my PlayStation right there, and you can see some of my desk going this way. So this is fine. But I was like, you see my shirts and my bed. That's a bit weird. I'm gonna shut up now because we are done talking. I am going to draw Skwadd. Guys, we finally finished. We finally finished the Skwadd sketch. S-K-W-A-D-D. I was such a cool 16-year-old, wasn't I? Not even 15. Yeah, that explains it. This turned out really, really good, I think. Just from a technical standpoint, you know? And like, again, the sketch really isn't anything too special, but it's still something that you get an idea of. One thing I probably should have done is that up in the window where some of the light is emitting from, I should have probably made the corner of that, or the edge of that, a slightly different color, just to indicate that that is a different section, because it just kind of looks like a chunk of the wall, because the light is just like a slow fade out from it. It's hard to decipher that that's a separate section, so I should have either made the inside a different color, maybe put some shade in there, or I should have made that a different color a little bit, or maybe even just the wall outside of it, maybe put some shade there. But other than that, this just looks really cool. And again, it doesn't have to be a super fantastical drawing, you know? Not every drawing needs to be art. Some drawings can just be simple pieces like this that show personality, you know? And that is one thing that I am really happy about this drawing, is you get a sense of life from it. You get a sense that these are actually guys just sitting here posing. Some little Easter eggs that I want to point out in this piece. So I redid some logos for clothing and stuff, so like some athletic wear. I made their own custom logos. So this one here, I'm not even sure what that is, but I tried to make it look like half a thunderbolt, and I think it did the trick, but it actually looks kind of more like a mountain. And then Holden's sweatshirt, I honestly just wanted to make it like, oh yeah, you've got, you know, a circle and then a smaller circle in it. But then when I made it, I was like, hey, that looks like an olive. So I was like, hey, Pit Clothing. That sounds kind of cool. That could be a skater brand, Pit Clothing. And then if you look up at the pamphlets, you've got Landfill Acres and Rent-A-Kid. That one's dark, and again, there's not supposed to be any like deep conspiracy behind it. I just thought, I was like, hey look, these people are just casually promoting child trafficking. It sounds super dark, but that's the point, that's the joke behind it. I don't think it's anything that should be censored or something like that. Like, that's the whole point, is that it's supposed to be god-awful. You're not supposed to just be like, oh, okay. You know, your pieces don't need to always be something super special. They can just be easy, simple pieces. Try your best, but you don't have to make a big seller every single time, you know? I'm not saying that it's okay to like not try or to put in effort. That I'm not saying that like, oh, it's okay for things to be average. I'm saying that not everything needs to be huge. It's okay to have pieces that it's just like, it really works. And that's how I feel about this. Anyways, that's all I have to say. This was Carter Sandvin with Sandbox Illustration. Make sure to check in the description for links to more of my content. Don't forget to like and comment on the video and subscribe for weekly art-related videos. Anyways, have fun, dudes.